Hello everyone. Today's topic is anterior knee pain. So, what do you understand by anterior knee pain? Anterior knee pain is any pain which you feel in the front side of your knee. And this condition is most commonly seen in sports people and in sports practice. Okay? Now, let's come to what are the causes of anterior knee pain. So there are only two main causes of anterior knee pain. The first one is patellofemoral pain syndrome and second one is patellar tendinopathy. So these two conditions lead to pain in the front side of your knee. Along with these two causes, there's one more cause which is equally important and plays an important role in anterior knee pain, and that is quadriceps tendinopathy. So in this, your quadriceps muscles is affected. So there, in total, these three conditions play an important role when it comes about the pain in the anterior part of your knee. Now, when we talk about these three conditions, it is very important for us to diagnose which of these three conditions is causing anterior knee pain. So to diagnose, there are many factors which come into picture and play an important role in the diagnosis. So the first factor which plays an important role is the site of location of pain. So where is the pain? The location is important because it tells you which structures are playing or coming into picture and causing this pain. So when you get to know the structure and the site of pain, you can diagnose which part or which syndrome is this. So, for example, in patellofemoral pain syndrome, the pain is in the retropatellar region, which is in the knee. And when you talk about patellar tendinopathy, you feel the pain in the infrapatellar region, which is below the patellar region, the tendon part of the area. Okay. So, in this way, the site of location plays a very important role when you diagnose what the condition is. When you have lateral pain, which is to the sides of your knee, in this, the ITB syndrome can come into the picture. That can be because of the ITB tightness or affection to the lateral muscles of your thigh. Now, the second most important factor which comes into picture when we are diagnosing the condition is type of activity. So type of activity plays a very important role in the diagnosis because it gets you one step closer. So when you know which activity is causing pain, you get to know which kind of condition it will fall into. So if, for example, if you consider high jump, long jump, the basketball, volleyball, these activities cause a lot of stress and loading on the patellar tendon. So it comes under patellar tendinopathy. And in the same way, if you consider swimmers who have pain in the anterior knee while swimming and they extend their leg when they get their knee full straight during swimming and they have pain, this can be due to irritation of the fat pad. So again, what kind of activity is very important for you all to know the diagnosis. Now the third thing, the functional tests which you will be doing, will be testing jumping, lunges, squats, single leg squat, double leg squats, step up and step down. So these are the few functional tests which will be performed, and these tests will aggravate pain. When we are talking about these conditions, four muscles come into picture and play important role in causing anterior knee pain, and these muscles are quadriceps, hamstrings, calf and ITB. So we have to check these four muscles thoroughly when we are examining. It can be muscle tightness or weakness of these muscles. Okay. Now let's talk about the treatment. So when we talk about the treatment, the immediate action or we'll be taking to reduce pain will be icing on the area, on the painful area, and rest. To reduce the pain, we'll be giving patellar mobilizations, and if required, dry needling or acupressure to reduce the pain and to relax the muscles. And once the muscles are relaxed, we can start with the strengthening part. And also before strengthening, it is very important for us to stretch the muscles which are important and to strengthen the muscles which are weak. Before starting with the rehab and strengthening, we need to consider the extrinsic factors which are causing excess of load We need to modify them if necessary. Any extrinsic factors such as training, shoes, the type of surface where the training is being taken place should be modified to reduce the load which is there on the patellar tendon. This is one thing. The second thing which comes into picture is if there are any biomechanical errors, we need to modify them as well and treat them as well first. So biomechanical errors can be anything like muscle tightness, muscle weakness. So if there is any tight muscle, we need to relax that first, and if there is any muscle weakness, we need to strengthen that muscle, the group of muscles. So this is how we'll be reducing the load on the tendon by modifying certain things and then starting with the strengthening program.